All right, so let's get started. Again, we're just going to do a half hour. I already have a candle lit. And our first piece of our time together at this monthly prayer circle is getting clear about what are we praying for ourselves. And I think it's always so powerful when we can go inside and really listen to what we're yearning for, what we want more for ourselves, and to bring that into community and bring our prayers together. Because when we bring our prayers together for our own heart's desires and also for the world, that shifts energy and gives us more capacity to then take action on the things that we want. So first part is around prayers for ourselves. So if it feels good to you, you want to close your eyes and bring both hands to your heart, or one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly, and just settle in and take a breath here. So welcome everybody that is live with this prayer circle or who is joining later in the recording. Our first part is prayers for ourselves. So closing your eyes, bringing your awareness into your heart. And just imagine that you can settle in here and send a taproot into the earth beneath you. Visualize that you can send a root down into the earth, get really present. And if there's been any way in your life that you've been caretaking other people or worrying about something in your life, just gently send that down into the earth. Ask the earth to compost it or hold it for you. And as you send that taproot down, you're sending down a grounding rod to connect you with the earth. And then just breathe out gently anything that you don't want to hold or that you don't need to carry right now. Just let everybody and everything else go for now. Your worries about the world, your kids, finances, your health, just release everything into the earth for now. Asking the earth to hold it for you or to help you transmute it. And imagining now you can breathe up from that grounding rod into the earth, from that taproot, and then breathe energy up to your heart. So connecting with the energy of the earth and then gather and breathing it up into your heart. You can imagine that your heart is a beautiful bowl. So imagine a bowl in your heart, and that as you bring up energy and connection from the earth, that you can just imagine that bowl filling. So imagine filling that bowl. You might imagine it as water or liquid light. And imagine filling that heart bowl and then letting it overflow gently. Breathing that energy up to your heart, filling that bowl of your heart and then letting it overflow. And it's going to overflow to you. Let it overflow to you. So really be receptive and receive this energy. And imagine as that visual of your heart overflowing, that you send that energy, that presence throughout your whole body and let yourself receive. So receiving energy. And then tuning in to ask the wisdom of your heart. What are you yearning for in your life right now? What are you yearning for more of in your life? And I always like to think of this as a quality that you want to embody or that you would like support or guidance with. And let that arise naturally from your heart. What would you like more of in your life at this time? And pick a quality, pick a word, pick a feeling sense. Good. And then imagining that whatever that quality, whatever that word is, that you can let it vibrate in your heart. So we're imagining that bowl of water in your heart, and you're going to drop, you can imagine a stone or a crystal or something into that water of your heart, which is your claiming of that desire of what you want more of in your life. Really own it and drop it into your heart. Give yourself full permission to pray and open and ask for what you would like more of in your life. And then imagine that you can receive that energy. So we're going to just together in silence do prayers, and you're also welcome to pray out loud. Sometimes that's actually the best way, is to pray out loud. And I always like to think when I'm praying that I'm not praying to some unembodied force, but I'm praying to life, I'm praying to a particular deity, I'm praying to my higher self, that it's a relationship. And that when we pray, we're asking for support and guidance and insight and information and a feeling sense of being connected, and that we're praying to something or someone, whether it's an ancestor, whether it is a guide. And so, to yourself or out loud, just praying for what you're yearning for and asking for support, for guidance, for insight, whatever that quality is, praying to yourself or praying out loud. And I highly recommend praying out loud. So if you're in a place that you can do that, and I'm going to go ahead and mute myself and pray out loud with you so you can't hear me. But we'll just take a minute to do this together, whatever your prayers are, and just see what comes. Good. And keep praying. If you're not done yet, you can keep praying out loud. And I'm just going to invite in, beloved, the divine life to help each of us to tend to our own inner fire and to ask for what we need, to be in prayer and conversation with the divine in whatever form, to ask for help, to ask for guidance, and then to listen for the answers, for those little glimmers that help guide us on. May we all feel held and inspired with the energy that we need to keep ourselves full and creative and vibrant. And now just rest into, you might just be finishing your prayers up. And the invitation now for the next moment is just to rest into receiving. So let your mind be quiet and just open to receiving, to allowing energy to come towards you. And just notice sometimes there's places where we get hardened and we think I have to do this by myself or I can't ask for help. Just see if you can soften around your heart, the back of your heart especially, and be receptive. Good. Breathing, bringing your hands to your heart and just saying thank you for this body, for this time and place, for the gift that we get to be together in this virtual way, and for learning how to be receptive. Full. Then our next piece, so you can either keep your eyes closed and just listen and take this in, or feel free to open your eyes if that feels good. So our next piece of our prayer circle is around now really feeling what we want to pray for in the world. And I think about that we're stabilizing this line of receiving and asking for what this being needs, tending to the fire of this being. And then we also, from that core, then want to radiate out energy, our presence, our love, to where we want to put it in the world, where we feel like it's most needed, and to what matters to us. And that this is a way of, from our center, extending out blessings, extending out energy and prayers, and then also tuning so that we listen to how we can physically then follow through with action from that prayer. So the prayer goes out into the world, and then we feel and listen to what's our action to take in the world. So pick one thing. This is often sometimes the most difficult thing. Pick one place that you'd like to put prayers today. And every day you can put different prayers out. And I want to, for these prayer circles, for us to pick one place in our life that we want to put energy for now, and then all of us are going to concentrate on our individual areas and bring our energy together. So where's one place that you'd like to put prayers? And my friend Sophie, who I'm staying at her house right now, requested that I put prayers for the Cairngorms. There's big fires happening in Scotland, which is incredibly unusual in this very usually rainy place. But as you know, there's fires everywhere right now. And there's some big, big fires in Europe. So I'm holding my friend Sophie's prayers for the fires, the rains to come and the fires to be put out here in Scotland. And I'm also doing prayers for myself, prayers for France and Spain and the fires that are happening here in Europe. That the firefighters be strong, that the rains come, that they get a break from the winds and the heat, and that everything cools. So what are your prayers? And feel free to put your prayers in the chat. If you want to write what your prayer is for the world in the chat. And it couldn't be for a country, it can be for a people, it can be for animals, it can be for the oceans, it can be for anything. But one specific thing where you want to put energy today, and then we'll do it together. So pick a place, person, thing that you feel tender around, that needs support. There's so many places in the world. So I'm just going to write wildfires right now. Hi, Valerie. So Valerie, as I'm looking at big fire right now in the mountains behind my yard. Oof, prayers for fires for me as well. Okay, good. So we'll definitely pull in rain and cooling and then anybody else. What else do you want to share? Yeah. And feel free to pop it into the chat. And then after this particular prayer circle, if there's other things, like I'm really also feeling about the wars in the world right now and what's happening in Sudan. So we can also later put that, take some time to put energy towards different things. But for now, pick one. Yeah. Hey, Joe, for the discord amongst people to soften so that peace can be felt in their hearts. Beautiful. Hey, Lori, for the heat and the animals that need to survive it. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, we're really, really feeling climate change in so many places, and the animals are definitely getting hit. Yeah, beautiful. So, animals, good. Anyone else? Any other ones that you want to put in or seed, or you might just hold them in your... Heather, thank you. Children in ICE detention centers and other prison settings in this country and around the world. Yeah, beautiful. Thank you. And I really love doing these prayer circles that we each have different pieces that we're bringing together. Celeste, earthquake, aftermath, oceans, trafficked humans. Yeah. Good. So holding. And then we're going to create a visual together to put energy towards. So, and feel free to continue to add whatever your piece is for today. So I'm holding this candle and let's do a visual around putting our prayers out into the world. So close your eyes if that feels good to you. And again, imagine your heart, that in your heart there's that bowl of water that allows you to be receptive, to take in nurturing, supportive energy. And just to remind us that in order to send prayers out, our cup needs to, it's helpful if our cup is full. Let's just put it that way. If we're also nurturing ourselves and filling up. And so this visual of filling up your heart, imagining this water, this bowl of water, and then use a visual. Imagine that you can take a flame and float it on that water of your heart. So imagine a beautiful flame. Just thinking about a tea light or a floating candle that you're going to put into your heart, and imagine that that flame radiates out. And that we're asking that whatever our prayers are for the world, that we're going to gently blow into this flame, this candle that we're imagining in our heart. So just imagine this flame in your heart, and that the light from that flame can go out to where you want to send it. So pick that pathway. So you can imagine, if you're praying for the animals, that you're sending that light of that candle out to the animals or to the fires, and asking for the fires to soften and to be more like candle flames versus fire, sorry. So just imagine the softening. And then ask whatever angelic being or guide. I love working with the archangels, can help with your prayer. So let there be a carrier for your prayer. And it may be an ancestor, it may be an angelic guide, or it might even be an animal guide that can take your prayer and bring it to where it's needed. It may be an elemental, so it may be you send that light from the fire out and it creates clouds and calls in calmness for the wildfires, or that it wraps a blanket around the children in the detention centers, and that they feel comforted, and that there's a change so that all of those detention centers are closed and everybody's reunited with their family. So just see what's the messenger that's going to help carry your prayer. You're going to shine the light out from your heart, imagining that fire, that bright light shining out, and then visualize a messenger that's going to take that prayer, that's going to take that energy and bring it where it needs to, and just see what visual comes. What's the visual of how that energy is going? Is it a blanket wrapping? Is it a softness? And what does that feel like? Is it a guide that's going to comfort? Use your imagination and see what the visual is of what's going to send that prayer to where you want it to go. We'll just sit in silence for a couple minutes. Good. And keep strengthening that visual of your heart, this beautiful bowl of the compassion and love of your heart, this flame that's shining out and then a messenger that's carrying it, and whatever the visual is of comfort or softening or rain, whatever the visual is of your prayer being sent and being answered, just strengthen that line of the energy going out. Good. And then regrounding. So send a line of energy into the earth again. So reground, get really solid inside of yourself and your connection to the earth. And just a reminder as we're connecting and sending prayers that one of the things that is so beautiful about humans is our capacity to be present and to witness and to love and to take action. To take action, but also to just show up and be present with things that are difficult, with things that are challenging, that we don't look away, that we stay steady. And so sending your compassion to yourself and then out as part of your prayer out as well. And then we open and ask, is there an action that I can take? What's my action? So as part of our prayers, we want to put those prayers into action as well. What physical thing can I also do? So just ask the question to the divine, to the universe, what's mine to do? What's an action I can take to bring this prayer into form? And together, let's make a commitment that we will take one small action, whatever that is, whether it is sending a donation someplace or helping a neighbor, so that we're taking whatever is in our heart and taking action on it in some way. Beautiful. And then the last piece is just imagine that you're in the center of a circle and that each of us is standing around you. So everybody that's on this broadcast now or that's listening later, just the feeling sense of you're standing in the center of a circle and that there are people around you that are also sending you energy. So just let yourself get filled up, imagining, using your imagination to imagine that you're standing in the circle of beings that are present and loving and are sending you energy and presence and compassion. So just let yourself receive as we start to close. And you can imagine then somebody else stepping into the center of the circle and that you're sending them energy and presence. So imagine somebody else stepping in the circle and then all of us standing around and sending them energy and blessings. Good, beautiful. And give yourself a hug. We are living in super challenging times, and I think many times are challenging as humans. And humans are also incredibly resilient and creative. And so may we be creative, resilient, present humans. May we take action on our prayers as well. May we continue to receive and be in communities that support us and help us to grow. Thank you so much, loves, for joining me. And yeah, it's always so nice to join in prayer. And I feel like I'm still finding my way with Substack and the way that we're doing this. So just know that I'm really grateful to get to explore with all of you how we do prayers for ourselves and how we let it go out to others as well. And we are doing this monthly, so it's the fourth Monday of every month at this time. Yeah, perfect for Monday, exactly. So much love to each of you. Thanks for joining me again. And Leah, I'm glad you're back home. All right, sweet ones, take good care and keep your hearts tender. We want to keep sending our love and our presence out and not freeze up or numb out. We need people, I believe, that can witness these times and show up. So thanks for showing up. Much love. Bye bye.